3, 4.
Who y'all came to see tonight? Who gon' get the ladies feeling something?
What's good, y'all? You're now tuned into ZayTV. Everybody gather on and hit this with me. Yes, sir. That was pretty good. Hit my music. Alrighty, so this is gonna be a review rather than a reaction because this is a full album and there's no way that I could possibly finesse the system in order to react to it without getting copyrighted. So I heard it. This album is lovely, solid. Album of the... Sorry if y'all hear that in the background, my family's over. Jeez Louise, calm down. Right? So anyways, album of the year candidate. As everyone's gonna say they're gonna be like, either if you watch another video, they're gonna be like, this album was so good it's an album of the year candidate, or it was too short, I need more. Right? That's what someone said. Sorry mom if you're watching. This looks so weird, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I don't have the stand yet. That's besides the point, right? I'm gonna rank. Actually, I can't really say rank because I listened to it like 3 times for different reasons each time. But I guess favorites, I'll rank it by favorites. So first off on the list, we got After Last Night. Oh my gosh. When I heard that track with my boy Thundercat on it, again, I don't know if Thundercat was like in it or if he was playing an instrument or something, but it was just lovely. When I tell you, man, it just felt like, matter of fact, let me catch a vibe. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna mute it, but let me just catch a vibe one more time, just to ooh. Man, I played that for 7 seconds. Once you hear that and that bass line, that boom 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 boom. I'm not gonna bother, right? Following that on my list, I have Blast Off. Oh my, Blast Off has to be the most immersive, in my opinion, the most immersive track on this album. The way it starts, the way it harmonizes, the atmosphere alone, it's just an atmospheric track. And then, although the outro of that song is a bit long, it makes you feel as though you're floating. It makes you feel as though you're actually in space with them and they're just singing while you're talking to your girl. Next up on the list, we have Smoking Out the Window. Smoking Out the Window, in my opinion, might be the best track on the album. Hear me out. As good as Leave the Door Open is, it was overplayed for good reasons and for bad. Leave the Door Open was like, it was obviously it was a single that they wanted to get the most press off of, but if it were up to me, I'd say Smoking Out the Window should have been the single for the album rather than Leave the Door Open. And if you were to watch the video before hearing the song, you cannot listen to the song without thinking of the video. Because if you know why, when Anderson hits the floor after he says, he says something like, I don't mean to be dramatic, but I want to die. And then in the video, he's just laying on the ground for like a good couple seconds. And all of a sudden he just pops right back up. Like, I'm just like, yo, the chemistry of this album, along with the videos, dynamic duo right there. These guys alone, I'm gonna get into that after. Following Smoking Out the Window, I have Skate. Skate has that, it's literally what the title is. It has that roller rink vibe to it. It has that, I guess, 70s, skating in the 70s, right? Or was it 80s? It was a bit of both. It was like 70s to 80s, everybody was at the roller rink. I think that's when it blew up. I think in the 70s, afros. Yeah. It was 70s, it all blew up. Everyone was getting their groove on. Skate just has that groove vibe to it. And it's just like, You can even play it at a party. You're just hey, right? After that we have Leave the Door Open. Y'all, I know someone's already upset. Someone's already typing saying, how dare you put that low? I said favorite. I didn't say these songs were bad. I said my personal favorite. And like I said before, Leave the Door Open is a great song, but it's just a matter that overplayedness, it ruined it for me. Had it not been overplayed, I probably would have ranked it higher. But we already know how I feel about Leave the Door Open. If you haven't seen it, check out my reaction. Next up, one of the most beautiful songs, right? One of the most beautiful songs. Put on a Smile. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. When Bruno does this thing on the track, when he says, put on a smile, and then it goes, dun, 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 dun. Ooh, wee. Man, I don't know what to say. I genuinely don't. But Put on a Smile it's just a beautiful song. There's not much else you can say about it. If you're trying to serenade a woman, you better put on a smile. You better put on a, God bless America. That's too many puts, but you know what I'm trying to say. Next, we got 777. I'm not gonna say 777, although I just did. Shout out to Joji. This is a casino track, obviously, because of the title. All these songs have that atmospheric thing to it. It has that vibe of, if you see the title, you know what you're getting into. Rather than with most songs, it's just like, if you let's say the track was called Cowboys Doing Stuff, I don't know, right? And all of a sudden you hear rap music, and then he says nothing to do with cowboys, right? But with these guys, when they say the title, you get what you expect. 777, it has that casino vibe. Even in the lyrics, it's just like, I'm about to buy this casino, and then he says 777, let's go, dun, 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 right? It gives you that Vegas vibe. You feel as though you are there with them, rolling that dice, getting that bank. My least favorite track, though, to be honest with you, is the next one, Fly As Me. There was something about this song, although it was good, I feel like it could have done without it. It felt a bit too, I think it was, I'm not hating on Bruno. I like Bruno. Bruno's like one of my favorite artists of this time. But something about it just didn't really like fit the let me play it one more time before I even actually go into detail about it. Let me just, excuse me. Okay, I was wrong about who I felt like was doing too much, or not even too much, but who was not overpowering. The balance was off. This was a bit too much. As much as I love Anderson's music, for this album, this was a bit too much of an Anderson track. Excuse me. I feel as though Bruno being on the hook and saying a couple of things, I think he had a one verse, but I don't know. I don't really feel like this track fit the album, whereas everything else felt it was more complete. Is it a good song? Sure. Was it the best track on the album? I don't think so. But I know what they were doing with it, because it does have that old school vibe to it, so obviously it fits. But I feel like Anderson could have took this track and put it on like a future album, or put it on as like a single for an upcoming album or an EP or something. But I don't know. I wasn't too big on this track. This is a skippable track to me. But let's review the actual album as a whole. Let's talk about like what it was, how they did it. Two artists of my what's my age demographic in my videos? I guess my generation, right? They took a twist of R&B of our generation and went back in time. Did they do it justice? I think so. Mainly because I love R&B, so I know what I'm talking about. Everything within this album was done extremely well. The production was great. the things that they were saying, it really made you think, like, if I put this on a record, if you made this a record and you put it on a record at your grandma's house, she'd be like, "Oh baby, who's this?" Right? She'd probably tell you about the old days back in the day with her and your grandfather getting it on, you know what I mean? Right? But this album was just done excellently. Was it short? Yes. I need a deluxe. Please give me a deluxe. Like nine tracks, actually 8 tracks. I don't count the intro. Intro's lovely though. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the intro. 9 tracks, 31 minutes. What are y'all trying to get into? Like, why did you make it this short? Pause. I forgot to mention the intro, although you heard it in my intro, but most intros are wasted, right? It doesn't have anything to do with the album itself. And most people use intros as just another slot in their album to make it longer. This intro was actually used to set the atmosphere, set the dynamics, set whatever they had to set in order to make you feel what they were trying to say. The intro hits and you're sitting there, you're just like, your whole room changes. You're at like one of them clubs back in the day. You're sitting down talking to a honey, a sticky right beside you, you know? And it's just like, you just see Bruno and Anderson on that stage performing, and you're sitting there like, damn, girl, you want to go roller skating? And they go with you. You want to go to the casino? I can show you what I can do. Roll that dice. Blow on these dice for me, girl. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, y'all go home. And y'all wake up the next day. All of a sudden you hear After Last Night, and she's telling you, you know what I mean? After last night, I don't think I can forget you type vibe. So everything that they did within this album was done excellently. Was it one of my favorite albums of this year? What else dropped this year? I'm gonna say yes, because nothing else really dropped this year that I feel needs that mention. So I guess this is gonna be like way up there for me, because none of my favorite artists actually dropped this year. So yeah, Silk Sonic, I'm gonna need a deluxe, or I'm gonna need y'all to stay as a group and keep making bangers. Imagine if Michael was still alive. Can we talk about that? Don't talk about it? Okay, we don't have to talk about it, but I'm just saying, if Michael was still alive and you put him on, you put The Weeknd on the, well, actually no, would he really fit? Would he fit? Not with the synth pop Abel. No, you could put, I feel like Jasmine Sullivan. If you put like Alicia Keys. I need a deluxe. But with that being said, that is it. So thank you for watching. I tried something new. Hopefully y'all like this, rather than me just sitting down talking about. I just talked about the album as a whole. I might do that from now on. I might try doing that. If an actual project comes out, I'll actually sit down and break it down. But thank you for watching. I hope y'all are staying blessed. And thank you for everything that y'all have done. You know, thank you for watching mainly. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Why? Because you know what's coming next. Yes, live.
You're sitting at home watching this video. No, we don't do that here. Anyways, subscribing is free. Check it out. Do it. Press the button. Subscribe. 1-800 subscribe now. Please.